Let's build an AI-enabled voice typing app in less than 10 minutes. You heard that right. We're going to be building an AI-enabled voice typing app in less than 10 minutes. This is going to be your own version of Wispr Flow using Claude Code. You speak, it writes, and it cleans up any mistakes that you may be making. And you can use it again and again without running out of words or usage limits every single week. And like we have done with pretty much every single video on this channel, we are not going to be coding any of this. We're going to have Claude do a lot of the heavy lifting. We're going to give Claude a prompting file, answer a bunch of questions that Claude asks us based on that prompting file, and that'll enable us to build our voice dictation app. If you're new here, my name is Abhilash. I've led different business teams at Google and have been with the company for over 13 years. If you want to learn how AI can save you time, make you work smarter, and give you an edge no matter what you're doing, whether it's running a business, leading a team, or getting more done without burning out, then this is the channel for you. And if this sort of video resonates with you, hit the like and subscribe button. But without further ado, let's dive into a quick overview of Wispr Flow. Wispr Flow is a voice dictation tool. You press a certain shortcut on your keyboard and it allows you to speak instead of type. And generally that should save you a bunch of time and add to your productivity. But if you use it a lot, you will hit usage limits on the free plan. And that can become annoying day after day and week after week. So in this video, we'll use Claude and Gemini API keys that will help you build the app that you want without running into the same issues. The best thing is you don't have to write out a bunch of prompts to do this. I've attached my prompt MD file. An MD file is a markdown file like I've mentioned in my previous videos. And if you want to check out what those videos are, I'll link it below the like button. So if you want to build something similar, you can click on the link below and use it for your own setup. So let's test this out. So you can use this prompt MD file, drop it directly into Claude Code, or you can attach it as a file, as you'll see here. And what this is going to do is give Claude everything it needs to build out this application. And so you're not having to prompt it every single time. The system will automatically check if this is a Mac device or a Windows machine. And it'll also automatically check if Python is already installed. And as you can see, it says this is Apple Silicon and has Python 3.9.6 already installed. So that's one obstacle out of the way. And if you look at the write-up, it talks about using system settings instead of system preferences. And it also talks about 3 separate permissions, one for the microphone, one for accessibility, and one for input monitoring. We'll get to that in a second. This is where Claude reads the rest of the prompt MD file and starts triggering questions that will help it build the application of your choice. The first question is going to be about a hotkey. So this is the shortcut that you want to be using on your keyboard to trigger the dictation app. And because of the prompt MD file, you'll see it gives me 4 options. It gives me the right option key, the double tap left control, F13, and something custom that I can tell the system to build. I'm going to choose the double tap on the left control because that is the most similar to the Wispr Flow application. So you double tap the control button on the left hand side of your keyboard to start the dictation process. You speak what you have to speak in the things that you want the system to transcribe, and then you double tap the left control button again to stop recording. And this is something that won't get triggered accidentally with Control C, Control V that you're doing to copy paste something, because Claude requires a clean double tap of the control button. Claude reads the prompt MD file and moves on to the second question, which is around the transcription accuracy. There are 3 different options that it provides me. It provides me with fast, balanced, and best. Fast is lighter and can run fairly quickly. Balanced is the best of both worlds, where it can run quickly enough but uses less resources. And then best is the one that is the most accurate but is going to download a heavier model and have more usage. So in this particular scenario, balanced is what feels right for my use case. The third thing Claude picks up from the prompt MD file is the cleanup style. And this is quite important because if you think about raw transcriptions, this is important because in normal speech, we're introducing a lot of filler words like and ahs, and we need to remove that when we are transcribing. So we have a clean and accurate description of what we said. As you can see, Claude gives me 4 options: casual, balanced, polished, and custom. Casual keeps the natural voice, just removes the ums and ahs. Balanced fixes grammars and punctuations, keeps my tone, formats the list if you rattle them off. Polished detects the format, email list, notes, messages, and then structures it accordingly. And then custom is where you write the exact instruction that you want the AI to follow. For my scenario, I'm going to choose polished. It allows me to dictate an email and translate it into an email. It allows me to rattle off a bunch of bullet points and have the transcription take care of it. And so it fits my use case the best. So now that this is built out, let's talk about how we are cleaning this up. We're using a streamlined process to do this. So Claude's going to communicate with Gemini, which is another application out there, and an application I'm very familiar with. And Gemini is the application where a lot of the cleaning up is going to happen. The way we are going to do that is we are going to make Claude communicate with Gemini. through what's called an API. It's another way of saying that Gemini generates a unique code that can only be referenced by Claude to communicate with each other. So if I said something like, hey, what was the last client meeting we had, and I believe there were some takeaways from it, and maybe we summarize that and send it back to the client. As you can see, that particular statement wasn't very structured. But what Claude communicating with Gemini does in this situation is it looks at that sentence, removes the filler words like ums and ahs, polishes up the sentence and puts it in a format that's understandable to most people. That's the power of Gemini communicating with Claude in this particular instance. So if you think about the workflow, Wispr Flow is the one that's taking in the audio and transcribing it. Gemini is taking the text and refining it, removing all the filler words, polishing up the sentence structure, and then when it's ready, it pastes the finished product into an email box or a text box that I'm using. Which then brings us to the next setup question, which is about this Gemini API key. Now, like I said, this is a unique key that lets Claude communicate with Gemini. Now, as you can see, Gemini API is free, so no credit card is needed. And it's asking me if I have a Gemini API key or if it needs to walk me through to create one. So I choose that. And then it tells me exactly the steps needed to create this API key. I need to go to AI Studio. As you can see in the AI Studio interface, I needed to create a project before I could create the API key, but no credit card information was needed. As soon as I was able to create the project, I tied the Gemini API key to that project and then copied it and pasted it over on the Claude Code interface. The next setup question that Claude asks me is about the auto start feature. So this is asking me if the app needs to be turned on by default when I log in. So I'm going to say yes to this and move it forward. So now Claude has everything it needs to build this application for me. It has my operating system information, it knows Python's installed, it has the transcription model, it has the Gemini API key. So the entire workflow tooling is available with Claude. So this is where Claude starts building the application. It creates the folder on my computer, sets up a separate Python environment, installs all the tools needed for the transcription, including Wispr Flow model. And because we chose balance as the transcription accuracy, it's not choosing the heaviest model available. And you can see that it also recognizes that Google prefers a newer SDK, and so updates it automatically without me having to interfere. The next thing is the thing I talked about right at the top of the video, where we talked about permissioning. So this is going to require access to your microphone, your accessibility feature for dictation, as well as input monitoring for dictation. Now, as I'm going through this process, I run into an issue with dialog number 2, as you can see in my screen recording here. When I go into the input monitoring list, I don't see the dictation toggle. In most circumstances, I would have to troubleshoot this myself. So I go into Claude Code and say, don't see dialog 2 and dictation in the system settings. And even after a couple of runs, I was running into an issue where the dictation setting within the input monitoring section just wouldn't work. But Claude restarted the application again after crashing, and after a couple of tries, both the dictation modules were working within the accessibility setting as well as within input monitoring. Now, as you can see, after a couple of tries, once that was done, Claude was able to create the application properly. And now there's only one thing remaining, which is the proof of the pudding, which is in the eating. So let's test this out. So I'm going to double click the left control button. The speaker should go on, and then I'm going to give it a test prompt to see if it transcribes it properly. This is a test dictation. I'm trying to see if it understands my language, polishes up the sentence, and puts the words where the cursor is. And as you can see, it does a pretty good job of capturing everything I said. So there you have it. Within 10 minutes, we were able to build an AI-enabled voice dictation app without needing to code at all. Now, obviously, the prompt MD file requires a little bit of refinement, and so I'm going to link it below the like button, like I said. So if you want to use that, copy paste that into your Claude Code terminal, and you should have pretty much the same experience I had. And if you try this out, let me know in the comments below what your experience is like testing this out. Because the real power of AI is not just using the tools, but making the tools work the way you want it to work. And if you wanted to go one step further, I'll link a video where I talk about how to build an AI marketing team using Claude Code. That's it for today's video, and like always, I'll see you in the next one.